Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this February 15th after our Valentine's Day snowstorm that produced around 5 inches of snow for Bowling Green. And this morning, a big old slushy mess on the area roadways as I came into work this morning a little after 2 a.m. The road crews have been out there with the scrapers and the salt machines and trying to even go down some of the side streets here in the city of Bowling Green. They're doing a good job trying to keep up, but as the weather continues to change, kind of a challenge to keep up with all that stuff. But mainly just wet and slushy, but once you hit those little piles of snow where the roadways have been just, combination of snow and rain and some sleet mixed in, it can throw your vehicle. You can slide very easily. So it is an icy, slushy mess this morning. And throughout the day today, we're going to see mainly rain showers with at times some of you seeing some sleet. Even that's happening right now. And some freezing drizzle. So we're not out of the woods yet, but some better times are just ahead in that 7-day forecast that I think you're going to like. We hinted around about it last week. Looking at some of the Kentucky Mesonet sites this morning around Kentucky and southern Kentucky in particular, as we're getting mainly light rain right now, but at times there's a little bit of sleet mixing in with it. Temperature at 32 here at our studios. 32 is the current reading at the, there's 2 sites here in Warren County, one up by the Corvette plant as far as Kentucky Mesonet weather stations. That one's reading 32, and then the one out at the farm, Ag Expo Center farm, is at 32. We have a light rain and sleet mix down at Franklin and Simpson County. The Mesonet there reading almost 34 degrees. So the temperatures are beginning to warm up from holding at around 31, 32 last night. And we're starting to see that warmer air pushing northward very slowly. And I think before the day is done, we'll be in the mid to upper 30s. And even some locations along the Tennessee border could actually get near 40 for before the day is done. So that's certainly some good news on this President's Day. But still, exercise lots and lots of caution. If you have to be out this morning and going to work, it is going to be a rough morning commute, even though we have mainly rain right now. Lots of school closings, the Polar Report up, and, of course, updated every moment that a school system decides to cancel. All of those schools are running on the TV side. But if you're a business or industry or you have an event cancellation, all of those are at the website, wbko.com/closings, and it's on the WBKO app, of course. All right, let's get to the numbers. Yesterday's high, 32, the freezing mark, and that happened just before midnight as temperatures just started to rise. 50 is now the average daily high temperature, so we were 18 degrees below average. 23 was our low, 29 the average, so we're 6 degrees below average there. And a year ago, we had a high of 41 and a low of 14 back in 2015. And we've picked up 0.38 of an inch of, melted precipitation, but as I mentioned, anywhere from 4.6 to right at 5 inches of snow officially for Bowling Green for the day yesterday. And then it started to change over to some light rain just before we got before midnight. So today we're going to call for, an 80 to 90% chance of mainly rain. And it's going to be mainly along and east of Interstate 65. But at times it will be mixed with some sleet, depending on temperature. We're going to call for a high of 37 here in Bowling Green with a southeast wind at 8, but some of you could actually, as I mentioned, get closer to 40 near the Tennessee border. Tonight, a continued 60% chance of mainly rain, but it could possibly be mixed with some light snow closer we get to overnight hours. And we're only going to get down to about 34. So that temperature may keep it just rain or maybe some sleet. But some of you could see a few snowflakes. No additional accumulation is expected. This is mainly going to be a rain event from here on out for us. Tuesday, a continued 60% chance of mainly rain as we warm to 45 on Tuesday, but then as some leftover moisture is still around Tuesday night, early Wednesday, we get down to 33. Well, it could end as a little bit of light snow, but again, we're not expecting any more real snow accumulation out of this, nor are we expecting a lot of ice. Temperatures are going to stay just warm enough to keep us safe as far as that's concerned. Now, Wednesday, we will see just a little bit of a cool down behind the last front that comes through. A mix of sun and clouds, a high of 42, maybe 45 in some cases, but as much warmer air comes in on Thursday with sunshine, we jump up to 56, and then we see 67 with sunshine on Friday. Man, if that's not crazy. I mean, we'll take it, and of course it's going to feel excellent. This weekend is just going to feel excellent. Saturday, we'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine, 63, a weak system coming in with a chance of a rain shower. Saturday night into Sunday, there's a chance of rain showers and a high at 62, but we will see another cold front passes Sunday night into Monday. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to cool us down all that much, just a little, maybe back into the 50s. But, man, 50s and 60s for the end of this week into the weekend, that is nice after all this we've been through. Just be extra careful out there this morning. You may think the roadway just looks wet, and they just come by with a scraper or put down some salt, and it's just wet. And then you hit one of those slushy areas, and I did it this morning, and it's like, oops, ooh, wow, ooh. Yeah, I better back off the gas pedal there just a little. All right, thank you all so much for listening. God bless you, and have a great day. Know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. Then later today, join me on my radio show, Classic Hits, Sam 100.7, from 3 until 7 p.m.